begin of the song selling out, it's a continuation. There are always two sides to a story, you know. The attitude's about the positive, so here we go. I pop into a shoe with the force one day, just trying to catch a myriad so we could pray. I take a look around and the place is packed. There was nowhere to sit, so we stood in the back. A dafyomi shear wasn't full effect. Mesestas Bavakama to be exact. One wore a slugi, the other one a hat. Another was a chassid, together they sat. A little while later, they started to pray. No one spoke a word about their business that day. Then another man who wasn't from the shire gave a bang on the beamer for them all to hear. A young Colo man who had no dough needed some support, and everybody should know that supporting this man, you're supporting the Torah. Yeah, they all shelled out without thinking it over. Another guy talking to a man called Bob, he said, I got a teenage kid that needs a job. You see, the boy can't sit and learn a whole day. He needs a decent job and some decent pay. He needs a break or he'll be on the street, and you're just the right man to keep him on his feet. The man said yes without blinking an eye. Send them in to me tomorrow about 8:45. I said they ain't selling out with a little grin. Then the force said, of course, these Jews are buying in.
Up the street as I pumped the beat, when I felt a funny bump just under my feet. My hunk of junk went and I said, oh brother, I should throw it in the gutter and go and buy another. I get out of the car and now I got so flat, didn't know what to do. Down on the curb I sat. I had 2 quarters for the public phone. Dialed the spun doc, but he wasn't home. I tried to reach the scholar, but he was with the spun. He was out shooting hoops and having fun. No use in getting angry, cause it just don't pay. So I pump up the jam, you just ain't my day. And I noticed the lady out the corner of my eye. She had a cane, it looked like she was blind. She couldn't cross the street, but I couldn't leave my ride. Another Jewish guy helped her to the other side. I sat back down and I started to frown. I didn't know nobody this side of town. It really wasn't cool because I had no money. Looked in the sky and it stopped being sunny. The moon came out, it got dark, I got scared. Then a hussar pulled up in his payas and beer. He goes, I see you having problems, let me help you out. He opened his trunk, a spare tire, no doubt. I had no money, but he fixed my flat. I said, how can I repay you? But he answered back,
if I take your money, then it loses the flavor. It's a mitzvah, so I'm proud to do you a favor.
Jump back in my ride, I'm on the road again, rolling into Williamsburg to meet a friend. I stopped when I saw a bigger hole in the van. With curiosity, I asked her, what's your job, my man?
I take a lot of people to the hospital each day. They visit the sick and make them feel okay.
It's really cool, I thought, cause without a doubt, there are really lots of Jews that just won't sell out.
Finished writing a rhyme and now I got to rock. I pull up on 45th to pick up the spun doc. The force was there, so we all hopped in the car. I rapped a new one, they go, it's up to par. So we're working the jam and all of that, and now I'm cruising my wheels to the bush of flat. We stopped at a corner to make a phone call. A couple kids headed to the local mall. College looked dressed with his tits out. He looked really mixed up, I couldn't figure him out. He had his tits out, but then he looked like a yuck. I had nothing to do, so I go, what's up, yo? My name's Black, he's Hat, and that's two. We're in the mood for conversation, hope we don't sound rude. Where you at, where you headed, I just needed to know. I was curious, I couldn't figure out this bro.
Got a scholarship to Penn, starts around this time. But I spent the year in Israel, so I changed my mind. I'll need upon us, cause I ain't no moocher. But to go to that college, got no Jewish future.
We exchanged high fives and he was on his way. And let me tell you, man, it's been a long, long day. But there's one last thing that I got to say. That is, we need more Jews living life this way. Selling out is a jam that may sound too rough, but the buying in people, we don't got enough. What you gotta know is just to be aware. Don't push the issues aside and try to keep the air of what's going on in the Jewish nation. And strive real hard towards the elevation. Yo, we jam through the message, try not to sound rude. And that's all, folks, for the Black Hattitude. Hattitude.